dreamers, we're believers, reaching for the stars, yeah. With AI by our side, possibilities endless and bright. There's a future full of promise and it's with.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Kello Harrod, and welcome to the Future Fiction Academy. This is the place where you learn how to take your creativity to the next level. I am a little ragged today. I was not planning on doing a live stream today. I do have a community class later today, but I was not planning on doing this today. And then Claude comes and does the thing that every single person, everything is this week. Microsoft had an event on Monday. Google had an event yesterday, I believe it was. Johnny Ive decided that he needed to be a part of OpenAI. This has been a crazy week, and it all culminates in our Thursday, the Thursday that Claude 4 has just come out. Now, what I'm going to do is today I'm just going to play around with the program, and we're going to let's make some stories and stuff like that. I want to see if it's available inside of let me see here. Anthropic. Nope, not yet. But if do I have an open router key? And let's see, because I think I can use it. Let me share my screen and let y'all see what I'm doing. I talked to the guys over at Plot Drive, and it is not available yet, but it is available inside of the Open Router. If you have Open Router, an Open Router key, and you have it plugged into Plot Drive, then you should be able to access it through that. I am going to share my screen. Yes. Plot Drive. So I'm now in Open Router right here. Okay. And all I have to do is go down to, well, actually, Anthropic should be at the top, shouldn't it? Anthropic. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It says 4, and they've got an Opus. They've got a big Opus one, and they've got, okay, let me see here. So if I click on this, I wonder, let's see. I bet you can't do thinking through. Yeah, you probably can't do thinking through Open Router's API keys. Yeah, that's what it is. I was wondering, I'm like looking at this thing and kind of trying to figure it out. But welcome, everyone. Welcome, all of you people. We've got 10 people. I decided to do this about an hour and a half ago. I was just finished I have not finished the Anthropic keynote yet. And what I was going to do is this was going to be a, hey, community class day. Anybody that shows up, I was going to be happy that they were going to be there. And I tell you what, I just cannot believe that it's been so friggin' busy. So busy this week. I've been trying to stay out of the fray, but dag nabbit, this is too much fun. Okay, so let me set myself up for success. I'm going to also open up a Anthropic, actually a Claude instance, which it was getting hammered the other day. I mean, earlier today, it was getting hammered. It was pretty bad. Oh, oh, what's it doing? Am I already logged in? EH and yep, I'm already logged in. Okay, let's share this tab. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what you will be greeted by when you go into the new Claude. Let's make myself uh, lost connection to your screen share audio. I'm not worried about that. I'm not screen sharing audio. Okay, so let's take a look at what you get when you go over to Claude for the very first time and or in recent memory if you haven't been over here in a while. This is Claude. You can get it at Claude AI, Claude.ai. And if you look right here, you now have the option of Claude Sonnet 4. And if I click on that and zoom out, will it let me zoom out? There we go. If I click on that, you can see that you can do the Opus or the Sonnet, or you can go back to all the way back to Claude Opus 3, Haiku 3.5. Why Haiku 3.5? That's interesting. And Claude Sonnet 3.7. Let's show you what I did earlier. I was just playing around with it, and I had run a interactive book. I wanted a book reader where if it had highlights and everything, that you would take that and any highlighted words, if you clicked on them, you would get music. So I wanted to see if it would write this program again. I'm trying to see whether leveraging AI, humorous, improving book reader with ambient building. There we go, book reader. So as you can see, I've already done this once. And if I deploy it right here, author website template, this was what it gave me when I first asked it long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. This was what it gave me. It gave me different variations. Ooh, error running that artifact. How about this one? Error. They didn't fix it. Oh, error running this one too. Do these old ones not run anymore? Because, oh, well, that would be unfortunate. All right. So as you can see, it was kind of crappy code and very short. I did it again. I went back and I started a whole new chat and created a whole new one of these artifacts. And I said to it, I want to build a web application that can be used by authors to add music to their books. It would be an actual reader that you would give your readers. You know, the ability to experience music at specific times inside of the book. They would be hyperlinked to music files that would play if a person clicked on the highlighted word. And it needs to be an interface that people can actually purchase things from the actual author, and it all has to be secure so that we can get can you give me some kind of example? And so that was the idea just blurted out of my head, and it built all these things. Like, here are the key implemented features. Look at all these features that it implemented. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see my new reader. Look at that. It built this entire thing, and it's totally web ready. So if I wanted to, if you have it on a phone, it's automatically is ready for a phone. There is something weird here. So if I click, it says get started behind this thing, but it says sign up functionality would redirect. So it gave me a like mock up saying, hey, this is what would happen if you did that. And then if I click on this, it has all these embedded things in it. If I wanted to get, so you buy the obviously you buy the print book and you're reading it, but maybe you want the audiobook. It actually has a thing clicked through for the audiobook, a thing clicked through for music that you could buy. So you create the music in like Suno, and then you could sell them the music as like a CD, a $10 CD set. So those are just it's like gold. Premium edition, which would be the book, the audiobook, the soundtrack, and the bonus content, all of that together. And secure payments via Stripe. And then it actually showed me the piece. It gave me an example of what's actually in the book. What's actually in the book. So if I click on this, nothing really happens. You can't hear anything. There isn't anything you can hear. I'm telling you that now. I can't hear anything. You can't hear anything. But it gives a cool simulation of how that would run. And the pros aren't bad either. The pros aren't bad. So that's what that's kind of the like vibe coding sort of part of this whole thing, right? But can it write? Of course it can. It's Claude, baby. It's Claude. I mean, goodness. It can write. You know it can write. What are my people saying? What are my people saying? Hello, Nicholas. Nice to see you. Plumestone. Hi. Just as a sneak in from exciting from for this exciting update. Hi, hi everyone did the chat. Celestial. Nice to see you. And Kimberly, good to have you here too. All right, everyone. So what do we want to let's play around with some stuff today. I'm going to first move us back over to Plot Drive. And since we can't do any proper thinking, I'm going to click on Sonnet. I'm going to change this to 32. And what we're going to do is we're going to rework this dossier. Oh, Gracie, are you going to come by? Yes. Hey, everyone. Hi, Gracie. Good to have her coming by. Nice to see her. Did this code inside of Claude? Yes, it did code inside of Claude. It's called Artifacts. They released it last year at last year's Claude Code, and it's so slick. So I will just all right. So let's actually take a look at it really quick. And by the Gracie, you are too much. So let's just take a look at what this is. And let's say I don't like the color of the highlights. Okay. And I want it to highlight for different kind of moods. So purple would be angry, yellow would be happy, that sort of thing. Let's do that. Let's change the color of the highlights to denote mood. I want purple for ominous. I want yellow for happy. I want red for angry. I want all of the other appropriate colors for those things, but I want each time we get to a word that is a music cue, I want it highlighted with the appropriate mood color. Now I've now I've given it some instructions, and it's building a new artifact, which is different than this artifact that's up here. It's going for a second version of it, and it's ooh, everyone, earlier today, this thing was going bling 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 bling. Guess what's happening right now over at AWS? Because look how slow that code is being written. Holy crap. It was flying along earlier. So this might actually take some time. So we'll get back to this. I'm sorry. We will. We will we'll get back to it. What I'm gonna do is go over here to plot drive, and we're going to take this. Okay, so the dossier is in a hostile alien wilderness filled with monstrous flora and terrifying fauna. Captain Laura Hester and her diverse platoon of Marines just navigate. Only teamwork and resilience can blah 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 blah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of this, and we're going to go down to the bottom of this massive piece of massiveness. We're going to take all of this information, and you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my go button. I'm going to say, whoa, what's happening here? Okay, open router. There we go. I thought maybe I had clicked. Let's just check one more time. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, going back to 4, Sonnet 4. All right. Let's see. First off, I'm going to make this. Nope, nope, that's enough. That is enough. All right, we're going to say give me a summary of this document, and make sure that the summary isn't too long. This thing's doing the doubles. I can't screw around with it. It's a quirk of this computer. I need to upgrade this computer. It's 5 years old, and it's kind of a minimalist computer, and I was just dipping my toe into the Macintosh world back then with this M1. It was so cheap, it was so easy to get that I got it. But that just now made me get a whole bunch of other Mac stuff because I love my Mac. And this thing still runs like a top, and I'm still streaming live to you right now, but it needs to be upgraded. Okay, so I'm going to hit go. Bang! And it's going to spend some time giving me a nice summary. Make sure it isn't too long. There we go. All right. Character arc, key themes. All right, this all looks hunky dory. Let's take a quick peek at it. And while that's doing its thing, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. This was the old one. This is the old one. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. This is the old one, right? And you'll see, look at the highlights of the words. They changed by mood. By mood. Isn't that cool? So it didn't change any of this other coding. Everything seems almost exactly the same, where you can put your credit card number in there. All the payments are secured by Stripe, so you can set up your back end at someplace else. You can deploy this as your front end, and then you can set up your back end somewhere else. If I wanted to, I should have a proper landing page that people first click into. Yes. I also need a proper landing page for people to be able to click into the app from. So the logon should be on the main page and not this embedded page. So you can have the landing page maybe have the author's name. So this could be specific to each author. So have the place for the author's avatar and a little blurb about the author, and you can make all that stuff up right now. But I just want to have some place where people are presented with that specific author, and if they don't want to buy this book, actually give them lots of options to buy all of the person's library in like a sub menu, and then you can click through to this page. Now that while that's rolling, let's go back over to writing. Now we have a summary, story summary, stranded among thieves, stranded among beasts, stranded among beasts, military sci-fi, Hester, Marine platoon crash landed Zertel Prime after their dropship sabotage. The planet is inhabited by deadly alien predators. Yeah, this all looks good. A character, let's see here. Laura Hester begins a competent as a competent but guilt-ridden commander. Through the crisis, she learns questions corrupt authority, trust her subordinates, unique abilities, and prioritize people over rigid military hierarchy. Interesting. Key themes: leadership under extreme pressure, moral cost. It did a very nice summary. Okay, so the novella is structured as 20 chapters with cliffhanger and combining military sci-fi, blah, 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 blah. Let me see here. So let me see something. Self-aware. What is this? Laura's strengths. Okay. Character analysis. Okay. That's stuff from earlier. Now, what do I want to do? I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to turn this dossier on. And I'm going to add a new doc. And we're going to say chapter 1. And then we're going to easy peasy it. How about that? We're just going to go one by one. Write me a comprehensive, incredibly detailed, conflict and drama filled plan to write chapter 1. And then we're going to hit go. We're going to make sure that's nice and high. Temp is all that. And bing, bing. Now, go. Go to my settings. I want to show that counter. I want to turn off the help chat. I want to rock dark mode. Okay, let's see here. All right. Introduction to Laura's actions. The bridge, routine approach. Okay. Looks like it's mapping out each page swing. So, scene, and done. Okay. Oh, oops. Sorry, everyone. Thought I was sharing. Thought I was sharing. My bad. I'm sure you're all screaming at me right now. My bad. All right. But you didn't miss anything anyway. I was just building a page. Okay. Now I'm going to hit OK. 1500. 1500 words as the explanation. That's pretty sick. Okay. Follow the plan to write chapter 1 and write chapter 1. I know that was kind of funny. All right, and go. Wow. That looks amazing. Now, once you log in, experience music plus stories. Click any book to start your journey. Click any book. Oh, look, everyone. So you can log in, sign up, put in your name. All right. Oop, that's not my name. That's the people in London. And the Future Fiction Factory at gmail.com. And create a password, gobbledygook, gook, gook. Even though that should oh, look, you could sign in with Google. Connecting to Google, successfully logged in, opening. Open a link in web browser. Open. Navigate to an external link, which is blank. I don't understand. It's okay. I see. Start your journey, creating an account, already created, opening, and now it's going to that same blank screen, which is right here. Okay. All right. This is really, I know. I didn't share the screen. It was bad. What did you miss? You didn't miss anything. We just, I don't know, did a little something here, did a little something there. Let's see. So we started out, well, actually, we didn't start out here, but right now we are writing with Claude Sonnet 4. I know, right? So exciting. Let's see here. Let's do some reading, why don't we? Before the fall, Laura Hester's fingers drummed a steady rhythm against her command chair's armrest as the Icarus descended through Zertal Prime's crimson atmosphere. The navigation displays showed textbook approach vectors, but 15 years of marine service had taught her that routine missions had a way of becoming anything but routine. Captain, I'm ready. I'm reading some unusual electromagnetic signatures from the surface, Chief Pilot Rodriguez reported, his voice steady, despite the slight tremor in his hand on the controls. Laura leaned forward, steadying the flickering readout. Define unusual, Chief. Organized patterns, almost like, like infrastructure, but intelligence says this world is uninhabited. A pause. Laura's instincts prickled. The same sensation that had saved her life in 3 previous deployments and gotten her entire squad killed on Talos 4. Almost like infrastructure or exactly like infrastructure. Rodriguez's jaw tightened. Exactly like infrastructure, ma'am. Power grid, signatures, geometric formations. Someone built something down there. Laura's tablet chimed with an incoming message. Mission parameters flashed across the screen. Standard biological survey. Minimal indigenous threat. Collect samples, establish baseline readings, return to orbital station within 72 hours. Same sanitized language as always, but the details felt deliberately vague. When had intelligence ever underestimated potential dangers? Ma'am, Rodriguez continued. Also seeing hydraulic pressure fluctuations in the primal control systems. Nothing critical yet, but how long until touchdown? 40 minutes if we maintain current descent rate. Run a full diagnostic on those hydraulics. I want to know if we're looking at maintenance issues or something else. Laura stood, her experienced eye catching the subtle signs of stress in her pilot's posture. I'll be in the cargo bay, checking on the team. She moved through the ship's corridors, noting the low hum of atmospheric processors, working overtime to filter Zertal Prime's corrosive air. The ship shuddered slightly as they hit another pocket of turbulence. Atmospheric disturbances that weather reports had failed to mention. The cargo bay buzzed with pre-deployment activity. 9 Marines conducted final equipment checks with the practiced efficiency of experienced soldiers, but Laura could read the underlying tension in their movements. Nobody liked going on into a mission blind, and the sparse intelligence briefing had left too many questions unanswered. Hey, Sergeant Voss, Private Tony Mercer called out. His voice carried the forced cheer of someone trying too hard to mask nervousness. Think the locals will be friendly? I packed extra protein bars just in case we need to make peace offerings. Sergeant Ethan Voss looked up with his equipment manifest, his weathered face showing the patient expression of a veteran dealing with green troops. Mercer, according to the briefing, this is where there are no locals. Just plants and maybe some small wildlife. Yeah, but what if the briefing's wrong? Mercer persists, double checking his rifle's power cell for the third time. I mean, someone had to build those structures Rodriguez is picking up on the sensors, right? From her position in the corner, Private First Class Claire Dong spoke without looking up from the meticulously cleaning her sniper rifle. The briefing said minimal indigenous threat, not no threat. Stay alert, stay alive. Everybody's from the south in this one. Her voice carried the flat tone of someone who had learned the lesson the hard way. Laura noted the interactions with approval. Claire's experience would help keep the rookies focused there. Yeah. This is not bad. Not bad. What I really want to do is fix this a little. Oh, look. I hadn't really looked down and seen the project. So what I do? I click on one of them. This book will be available soon. It even pops up opening. This book will be available soon. Can I pre-order? This book will be available soon. Read now. Pre-order. opening blank. What could I do? Could I maybe, let's see. Let me take this code here. All right, so that's the front end. And this right here, we're going to look at the code. We're going to copy it. And then I'm going to say, I love what you did, but what I really, really need you to do is take the following code and make it the back end of the code that you just wrote, which is the front end. I want you to combine the two together so that when I click through to things, I can actually go into the site. Just make it so that I can fake log in and move through. Now I do that, paste, which I just did, and boom. Now it's going to take that. Now, this might be the last time it lets me do a big old code base like this because I'm only paying $20 a month, and I've run it now 3 or 4 times on the probably the heaviest day of the year. Ooh, look, it's writing a lot faster now. You notice that? Look at that. All right. Now I'm building this for y'all. I could deploy this today or tomorrow if I wanted to. Drop it into a bigger code base, take this information and pull it down and make it even bigger. But what y'all all are here for is all of this good writing. Let's see how many words it wrote. It wrote 2,005 words. 2,005 words. That seems like it's definitely a chapter 1 to me. Let's see. Does it have scene breaks? No. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have scene breaks. That's interesting. So it must just okay. Let's see here. Samson pocketed the communicator and accessed the maintenance shaft during another bout of turbulence. The hydraulic system components were exactly where the technical schematics indicated, primary and backup lines running parallel through the ship's superstructure. His military-grade laser cutter made quick work of the reinforced tubing, precise cuts that would appear to be stress fractures rather than sabotage. As he worked, fragments of Sterling's recruitment briefing echoed in his mind. You understand that the strategic implication, and you understand the strategic implications, Lieutenant. These creatures could revolutionize asymmetric warfare. A few Marine casualties now could save millions of lives in future conflict. The logic was unassailable. Military intelligence had discovered the ruins 6 months ago and recognized the hollers as genetically engineered biological weapons left behind by Zertal Prime's previous civilization. Perfect covert assassination tools, untraceable, undetectable until it was too late. The Federation needed that capability before their rivals acquired it. Another bout of laughter from the cargo bay reached his ears. Samson's hands paused for a fraction of a second, then completed the sabotage. And acceptable losses were part of military planning. These Marines would serve their country in the most important way possible. He pocketed the laser cutter and made his way towards the cargo bay, arriving just as Laura noticed his absence. Where were you, Lieutenant? She asked. her tone carrying the authority and command and the suspicion of experience. Checking the atmospheric processors, Captain wanted to ensure we're prepared for surface conditions. The lie came easily, supported by his genuine concern for operational readiness. This is good. This is pretty good. Let's go to another part of it. Laura felt the crushing weight of G forces, then weightless moments of free fall, then violent impacts that threatened to tear her consciousness away. Laura, Laura Hester. Oh, well, that's right. I changed her name to my wife's name. Oh, okay. She could hear screaming from the cargo bay, the groan of collapsing bulkheads, and underneath it all, alien sounds from the jungle that surrounded them. The ship rolled and tumbled and finally came to a rest upside down in a grove of phosphorescent trees. Smoke and strange atmospheric gases in the falling life support mixed in the failing life support system. Laura hung suspended in her harness, blood trickling from a cut in her forehead as the emergency beacons, the status lights flickered uncertainly. Radio chatter fragmented from the static. Crew, report! Anyone copy? Medical emergency in cargo. Wow. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. From the outside of the, you know what? This almost deserves an N8N run. I think I need to build a machine and change the brain out from yeah, this is pretty good. Laura's last coherent thought before unconsciousness claimed her was a question that would haunt her dreams. 15 Marines aboard. How many still alive? The crimson sky of Zerto Prime darkened as the ship's emergency power systems failed one by one, leaving the survivors trapped in alien darkness without something in the jungle. While something in the jungle began to circle their crashed vessel. Oh my gosh, that's, I dare say, good. Man, jeez Louise. I'm like not trying to get excited here, y'all, but my goodness. My goodness. That is funky town. Ooh. What's the cost for the 2,000 words? Let's see. I need to go to Open Router, find out what I spent today. Maybe it wasn't much. I hope it wasn't. I hope I have some money someday. Did I rhyme day with day? I think I did. Well, that sucks. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, you know what? Let's put y'all. Let's do this. I'm gonna put it on my face. The reason I'm doing that is so that I can log in and make sure I'm not letting you know too much stuff. You feel me? You understand? Okay. Now, activity. There we go. Let's do this and pop me down there. Let's take a look and see what I just spent. All right. So I used it. Looks like I used it inside of Anthropic. Did I use it inside of Anthropic? Today. Okay, that's today. All right. Sweet. So this is my Claude. This is all my Claude stuff. Speed, cost. Okay. I spent 30 cents, 35 cents, something like that. 32 cents. Anyway, I didn't spend that much money to get 2,000 words. That would have been that last run right there. Right there. That would have been 13 cents for those 2,000 words. 13 cents. 13 cents. 13 cents for those 2,000 words. Why so many tokens? Oh, my prompt was that long. Got it. Got it. Got it. That is so cool. All right, everyone. My name's Ikello Herod, and this is the Future Fiction Academy. We have tons and tons of standalone classes, and including our gateway to the mastermind. The mastermind is obviously our intensive, where we learn tons and tons of things about how to use artificial intelligence and creativity, and we do it on a dynamic basis. We build things like innate in workflows and all kinds of other stuff inside the mastermind. But you can't just get into the mastermind because there's a lot of information, a lot of stuff, and a lot of things that that you would have to learn, a lot of nomenclature. So what we decided was we would bring back the mastermind, but not in the way you think. We decided to bring it back as an accelerator, give you 3 months. And in those 3 months, you're going to write yourself a novella, maybe 2. You're going to learn all kinds of things, including how to sequence and how to make the easy peasy book machine go crazy for you. So if you want to do that, go ahead on over there and pick it up for $249 a month. And we have standalone classes also. You can get publishing, choose publishing, choosing a publishing niche with using AI, easy peasy book machine. You can get the romance, the translations. You can get all of that stuff if you want to. All you have to do is click the link below. Go down there, click the link below. And if you like the fact that I'm on Plot Drive, you can go over to plotdrive.com, pick yourself up a 7-day trial, and you will be hunky dory. And if you have any questions about Plot Drive or anything I'm talking about right now, I also, oh, shoot. My goodness. I forgot to put in my describes. Hold on here. Hold on. What in the world am I doing? Not putting in my description for this live stream. There we go. Ah, my goodness. That's just teaches you how to write. How else became publishing. There we go. There we go. I'm going to take the copy and I'm going to put in our description for this live right now. The link to the calendar. All you have to do is go to today's date in the calendar, click through, and there'll be a link to a Zoom where you can come into the Zoom and chat with me specifically at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Pacific time, which would be 7 p.m. On the East Coast. So if you wanted to, you can come on over and hang out with me at the class. the community class. I think we might even be ending those by the end of the month. But definitely come on over and hang out with me. Also, if you want to cut out the middleman, do get a big discount for the accelerator and the mastermind. You can get the whole thing for 6 months for $12.99, $1,299. So if that's what you want to do, go on over to the Future Fiction Factory, the Future Fiction Academy .com, and there are links below. So just go right on down there, click on the link below, and get yourself a gaggle of classes. All right, now with that done, um, after 50 minutes of playing around, wow, man, time flies when you're having fun. Okay, what is let's see for the anniversary. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we have a huge anniversary live stream. All of us are going to be we're going to be hanging out and talking about what we've done, how we've done it, all of the stuff with the Future Fiction Academy and how everything has progressed over the past 2 years. I personally think we're going to have ourselves quite the party, quite the blast. So definitely check it out tomorrow. All right. So can it write? Yeah. Can it make apps? Oh, let's see. Let's actually see. We're going to go here. Uh-oh. Share this instead. Think I broke it. Think I broke it. This response paused because it reached the max length. That's what it was. I reached the max length, y'all. That was what it was. I have to wait. Oh, there we go. Continue. Come on. I told y'all I was probably going to um run into something, but it looks like it might continue. Wow, that's pretty big code base. Um so this is 2,000 words for 13 cents. 2,000 words for 13 cents. And those 13 cents are quality words. Quality. Let me see here. Let's grab another quick snippet. These readings don't match the spec sheets, Corporal Maya Kim muttered, frowning at her communications equipment. She looked up at tech specialist L. Fagan, who was organizing spare parts with practiced efficiency. These power fluctuations we're seeing, either our equipment's failing or someone gave us outdated operational parameters. Elle paused on her work, her optimistic demeanor showing the first cracks of concern. What kind of fluctuations? This is great. This is very well done. Near the tactical display, Corporal Alex North stood apparently reviewing. Yeah. This is a marked improvement over, oh my gosh. I guess I'm gonna be rewriting some stuff, y'all. I don't mind. I don't mind. It's part of doing business. It This is significant. I actually might tackle one of my older projects that I have not finished with this particular model. Let's see here. Samson. Let's see here. Laura studied Sampson's suggestion. Let me see here. Before Laura could respond, Lieutenant Greg Sampson, approached from the equipment lockers. His perfect military bearing and calculated charisma immediately commanding attention. Captain, given the environmental unknowns, shouldn't we consider split team development deployment, reduce risk of primary assets? Laura studied Sampson's suggestion, noting how it would separate her command structure and isolate key personnel. We stick to standard deployment protocols, Lieutenant. Unity of command is more important than risk distribution when we don't know what we're facing. Sampson nodded with apparent acceptance, but Laura caught the subtle flash of calculation in his eyes. The military intelligence officer had been embedded with her unit for this mission. Oh, I was like, what in the world am I reading? Ostensibly as a tactical advisor, but his questions consistently suggested alternative approaches that would compromise team cohesion. Of course, Captain, I was merely suggesting. The ship lurched suddenly, throwing several Marines against their restraints. Emergency lighting flickered and the low hum of, yeah. All right, so I've been working on this thing. I know that Samson is the saboteur. I know that he has ulterior motives. I need him to be in a stasis unit or something where it guarantees that he lives through the crash. Why would anyone take an assignment if they were going to die? So I'm working on that part right now. But this is some good stuff, y'all. This is some good stuff. I'm very happy. AI will definitely lead to unemployment, and society won't get adjusted to the new environment immediately. Yeah, it's true. That it, I I think we will definitely have some interesting times ahead. You know, someone said to live in interesting times. We have been living in interesting times ever since the transistor was built. So, ever since Einstein and all of them figured out the whole idea of quantum physics and how that could be applied in practical ways. Oh, read the book Singularity. Oh, it's it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. Okay. Well, that is definitely whew, y'all. I'm not I'm not mad with this output. Let's check in. Yay, it did it. Okay, so it's got all of this stuff, right? I'm gonna log in. Oh, uncaught error. Uncaught error. Uncaught error. You know what all this is? Uncaught error. Yeah, it's completely broken on the back end now. Yeah. Uncaught error, uncaught error. Tons of uncaught errors. Anyway, it was a nice try. I was just playing around. I wasn't even really doing anything, and I'm coding, y'all. I'm coding. I could actually make this code like a solitaire game or something like that. Wonder if that would work. Hmm. Maybe I would love a solitaire game coded for web deployment. Now, this is very simple. I didn't ask you for Klondike solitaire game interactive. Now, it should have a lot of like GitHub examples and everything that it was trained on. Because I don't know if you know, but today was the first day of GitHub announcing that they're partnering with Claude. So, but this game is like neither here nor there. I'm just playing around with it right now. And maybe tomorrow on tomorrow's live stream, we'll find out whether or not this. Oh, you know what? We're gonna find out whether or not this thing is. Yes, VO2 is insane. Certainly. Oh, everybody's having a deep conversation about this. Yeah, it's even better compared to 3.7. I'm telling you, this is very interesting. And as you can see, it's just rolling this code along, y'all. It's just rolling this code along. While I'm having this conversation with you, that thing is happening over there. I built a beautiful first chapter of my book that my dog seems to be very excited about. And she actually just wants to go out and like to the park or something like that. So between my live stream and then I'm gonna have to take her to the park for for about 30 minutes because she's an old lady and she can't. Oh, and here we go. Look at that, y'all. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Oh, let me see here. Oh my goodness. Now, what happens if I sprawl it out completely across the page? Very nice. Very nice. All right. So, oh, it did it backwards from the way I'm used to it. I'm used to the aces and everything being on this side. So, cycle through. We've got a 6. Oh, do I have to pick it up? Whoa, it's not working. How about this 7 down here? It's not working. Let's see if I can get an ace or something. Oh, there, ace. Every what in the world? 3. Nope. Nope, it didn't work. It didn't work. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that's that for that. This has been a long enough live stream. Daisy has opinions about AI, and we and we will hear them. She's like, woo! Anyway, that was just one of the many things. We'll probably try and see if we can play around with some other stuff next week, or maybe do a small video about all of the things that have happened this week, all of the announcements, all of the stuff. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Ikello Herod. I've got in the link below the calendar. If you want to go to that calendar, and I will see you in an hour. Other than that, we are the Future Fiction Academy. Get your gateway to the accelerator, ladies and gentlemen. It's the May cohort of the accelerator for $249 a month. We also have standalone classes like choosing a publishing niche and easy peasy book machine and romance and all of that stuff. And if you want to, you can get the accelerator for 6 whole months for the bargain basement price of $12.99. It's quite a significant discount over the month-to-month payment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's my name, which is Ikello Herod. And that's my dog whining in the back. And let's see here. What is that? And I will see all of you, each and every one of you, in class in the future. See ya. Have a good day. Bye.